Well, it is time for Better Retirement with Citizen Advisory Group. Kevin Booker is here with us today. We're going to talk some Social Security. Let's talk about the 4 important factors to consider when deciding when to start collecting Social Security, because it is a decision. You don't just automatically start collecting it at a certain time.
Yeah, so I think that's maybe the first place, a good place to start. I would encourage individuals to separate the Social Security filing decision from the actual retirement decision. So just because we're retiring from our employment doesn't mean we actually automatically have to trigger those Social Security benefits. But I kind of wanted to start by when you're looking to make that decision about when you should file, there's just 4 quick little things that I think are a little bit of cause to delay and maybe holding off on filing for those benefits. So the first one is the benefits of the cost of living adjustments.
Because there is a lifetime inflation kind of adjusted payment.
Correct. So not only is Social Security a lifetime guaranteed payment, but it's an inflation adjusted payment. So the point I want to make here is if you look at the history of the COLAs, if we just maybe focus on the last 15 years, the average cost of living adjustments right around 2.4%. So if we wait and delay our start date of Social Security, we're going to get a larger benefit. So that COLA is going to be applied to a higher amount. We're going to get higher increases to our benefits over our lifetime. So
we've got a slide that shows that. See, because when I think of COLA, I think of the kind that you drink.
Coca-Cola.
Yes, but this shows the different cost of living COLA adjustments over the last.
Yeah, so we have this inflation adjusted payment. And if you go back over the 40-year history, the average is right around 4%. I don't know if that's a realistic expectation for today's retirees, but just looking at the last 15 years, that's a 2.4% difference. So if we wait and get a larger starting benefit, that percentage is going to be applied to a higher number. We're going to get a higher increase. Makes a pretty significant difference over the retirement lifetime.
That makes sense. Something else we need to think about is tax benefits.
Correct. So kind of the same thought here. Not all of the Social Security is going to be taxable. So starting with from a state taxation, Social Security benefits in Ohio are not taxed at the state level. And in the worst case scenario on the federal level, 15% of your Social Security benefits is going to be tax-free. So if I delay my filing date so that I get a larger benefit, I'm going to get more tax-free income in retirement. And if we can get more tax-free money, that obviously is a good thing.
That's a beautiful thing. I like that. Anytime I can get more tax-free money. Now, this is interesting to me because you said to me that in some situations we can actually get paid while we're waiting. Yes. I love anytime I can get paid while I'm waiting.
Yeah, so we have an example to kind of walk through here.
Our good friend John Doe.
John Doe. Yes.
I love our good friend John Doe. Let's take a picture or take a look at our good friend John Doe.
So in this situation, we're looking at a 66-year-old individual. So they're at their full retirement age. So John Doe is age 66, and his benefit at age 66 would be $2,000. Now, if he continued to delay his benefit until age 70, that benefit would increase to $2,640. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at on the left side of this slide.
Okay.
Most people would assume that it's an or decision. I either take the $2,000 now or I can wait till 70 and collect the $2,640. But what you need to be aware of is that you don't necessarily have to collect nothing for those 4 years to get to age 70. You can get paid while you're waiting, and that's kind of what the right side here is illustrating. So in this instance, John is eligible to collect a spousal benefit. That could be off of a current spouse or an ex-spouse.
Which I think is something people don't realize, that you can, even if it's not a deceased spouse, it could be an ex-spouse. You can still, there perhaps is a spousal benefit.
Absolutely. So, and you're 100% right that most people are not aware of these different types of benefits and when and how you can trigger them. So in this example, for that 4-year period between 66 and 70, John's actually going to get paid $44,000 while he's waiting to get to 70 and still get that increased benefit of $2,640.
That's a big difference. You go from $31,000 to $76,000. We can all do that math and see. I'll take that $44,000 additional just from waiting, for sure.
So some huge benefits to that over the long haul. It allows you to collect that higher benefit and really just eases the burden during that delay period.
And then the last thing we need to think about is the increased survivor benefit.
Yeah, so kind of going back to that same example there, if John was married and he was the higher earner in the couple, his benefit will ultimately become the survivor benefit to his spouse should he pass away. So that same decision of waiting between 66 and 70 is also increasing the survivor benefit from the $2,000 to the $2,640 a month as well.
Well, there's so many things to consider. Let's show people real quick the slide. We've got some dates coming up in July and in June. June 11th and then July 14th, June 18th, July 16th. These are financial seminars you guys do. Reservations are required because you guys serve dinner and people need to make reservations now. Strictly educational. You're not trying to sell anybody anything, but these are great educational seminars.
Yeah, we're going to go through some of the complexities of Social Security as well as some of the other retirement planning topics. By making a reservation, you just simply need to call our office and get your spot reserved. We have a couple coming up in June. Those are going to be of a more well-rounded retirement topic nature, and then coming up in July on those July dates, those are going to be very specific to the topic of Social Security. Yes.
I think these are great things for people to do. You'll feel so much better if you have that education as you are trying to prepare for retirement.
Absolutely. It's going to give some peace of mind, and in some cases, and especially in regards to the Social Security, being informed can potentially get you some more money from outside sources.
We're all about getting some more money. Hey, if you are interested in those, all you have to do is give them a call. Go to the website for more information. And if you can't make those, you can always call and get that one-on-one appointment scheduled with Citizen Advisory Group. As always, thanks for the information. I always feel smarter after these. Somebody's got to make me smarter. CitizenAdvisoryGroup.com. We'll be right back on Better Living.
Thank you.